Happy Valentine's Day from all of us at A Game.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure. And this is my perspective. So what are we talking about today? How Black women use proxies for protection. It's just now going around. The baby and Danileigh is back into it again. Danileigh, whatever. This time there's video footage going viral of the baby getting into a fist fight with her brother. Okay. And you know for a fact she got something to do with that. But let me go ahead, and I am going to share my screen. The computer's thinking about it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay. The baby shown attacking Danileigh's brother at bowling alley in viral video. Law enforcement is now investigating the baby for assault with a deadly weapon. I didn't see a deadly weapon. I'm not going to play the video just because it is a fight. But I will put the link in the description box for the article. Law enforcement is now investigating the baby for assault with deadly weapon. The baby and Brandon Bills, the brother of rapper's ex-girlfriend Danileigh, got into a brawl at a bowling alley in Los Angeles that was captured on camera. The footage is making the rounds on social media, showing the baby and Bills exchanging words before the star throws the first punch, TMZ reports. That's when everything breaks loose, and the baby's crew physically attacks Bills, who claims he was kicked in the head while on the ground. Law enforcement is now investigating the baby for assault with a deadly weapon. I don't know where the deadly weapon comes from, because if you watch the video, nobody pulls a gun or a knife or anything. It's fists, it's hands. Bill spoke out following the fight, saying the baby and his entourage jumped him and roughed him up on the slippery bowling alley floors. You know, you stepped up in a bowling alley. Anyway, in an Instagram stories update, he wrote, "Stop calling me. I'm good. These ninjas is whatever." It is a lot of expletives. Danileigh, who shares a daughter with the baby, also reacted to "lame and so sad" bowling alley fight in an Instagram stories update. "This is lame, running up on my brother on some slippery floors with 5, 6 of your boys while he's by himself, not even touching him. Lame, so sad." So this is the video, which I'm not going to play. The baby and Danileigh had a major blow up on social media in November, which resulted in 2 counts of simple assault for Danileigh. The Charlotte Observer reported that police responded to the baby's North Carolina home, where the rapper told Charlotte Mecklenburg officers that Danileigh, whose real name is Danielle Curiel, had assaulted him. The situation started with the hip-hop star telling the mother of their 3-month-old daughter at the time to leave his home. Y'all remember that whole thing. Let's see. This just kind of goes back over the whole thing with him putting her out of his home. He wrote on Instagram, I done been beat on and yelled at and chased around like one of them fatal love attraction type girls, but I knew to keep it together. End of the day, no big deal. I don't want no charges pressed or nothing. I just want her peacefully removed. My focus right now is solely on this new project and this live show Killer Tour starting November 26th. Hey, shorty went out that way, but that ain't my business. I'm a father first, always, and always will be. All right, so we're just gonna stop showing that. And listen, everybody and their mama know Danileigh put that boy to go over there and try to confront the baby, likely about her, because what other issue or situation could there be between that girl's brother and the baby? Listen, He came up to the baby. Everybody in the hood know what happened. He came up to the baby. The baby has an entourage, okay? He's not just an Instagram rapper at this point, okay? The baby has an entourage. Them probably is his boys, but he's hired them to be his security. So you can't come up and just think you're going to argue and think you're going, threaten and posture and do all this other stuff without his crew jumping in. That's what a crew does. I would be extra mad if I'm paying you to be security and I got to throw my own hands. Like, no. Even though the baby was over there in the video throwing his own hands, he hit him first. But Danileigh sent that boy over here. She gassed him up, told him whatever they was talking about. He felt froggy. He went all the way to wherever the baby was at in this bowling alley, had words. Whatever the words were, it was enough for the baby to pop him in his grill, and then it was a fight. The problem is Danileigh. And this is how these modern women play recklessly with the lives of men, even the lives of men that they claim to love and care about. She sent that boy over there to get into a fight with a man that has been in the news before for fighting. He just didn't fight her. See, she tried it already. The violence is already established there between the two, from her to him. She already was hitting and carrying on. She tried that. She was going to try to do the whole victim thing. He beat on me. Once the police came and saw what was going on, saw that he recorded everything, they removed her and she was charged with, I think, 2 counts of simple assault. Okay? So it didn't turn out quite the way she thought. She thought she was going to be able to fight and then play a victim because she little and petite, she a woman, or whatever, and he was beating on her, yada, yada, yada. Didn't quite do it because he had the wherewithal to first not hit her back, second to record her, okay? So it backfired. This is only a few months later. You know that her brother and her family saw that whole thing. She probably sitting somewhere telling him what it is when it ain't, and got that boy head gassed up. He's gonna go protect the honor of his sister. Baby, your sister ain't got no honor. This is a baby mama jump off, okay? If she had honor, she would not be a baby mama jump off. She would be this man's wife, and they would be a family, and she has a child with him. That's different. You cannot be using these men to protect honor you don't have. Okay? How many black men have ended up in jail or the grave behind trying to protect their daughter, their sister, their mama, their girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? And these women play these games with these men's lives because women think that men fight and have confrontation the way that women fight and have confrontations with men. They think that that's the same dynamic. And it is not the same dynamic at all. Men, when they have confrontation and fight, that could be to the death. What if somebody had pulled out a gun and shot her brother and her brother died? Then what? Then what do we say? Then what do we do? Oh, they ran up on my brother. No, look like he ran up on them thinking he was going to say what he was going to say and it was going to turn out peaceful. And it did not. Because it rarely ever does when men confront one another in a hostile or aggressive way. It has to be some real particular circumstances for two men to come together and one's being aggressive and the other one try to diffuse it or be like, you know what? We can't do this. It has to be some circumstances going on. And even sometimes there are circumstances and men be like, okay. This is what it is. This is what it's got to be. Fine. Let's do this. I'll deal with the consequences later. I'll deal with whatever the consequences is. I'll deal with them. Because you're not going to come up to me squared up like you. Like, I'm not a man too. Like, no. Two men, it can always end in serious injury or death. When men confront each other aggressively and fighting, and with that fight energy, that is an energy that is not to be taken lightly when two or more men get into it. And women think that the men are going to react to another man the way he might react to her. She thought maybe he would be a little bit more docile like he was with her, not hitting her back. That was a legal thing. I'm not going to hit you back because I know you're going to play a game. So we're not going to do that. Plus, I'm not even really into hitting women like that. So we're not going to play that game. But another dude, I'm going to throw these hands. That's another man. That's a whole different story. That's a man. I'm going to throw hands. He come over here talking crazy. We going to see what it is. That's just every man that I've ever been around, whether he was a street guy or whether he was a more educated, more refined guy. You listen, they still men. They still men. And men understand, listen, there are levels to this. Even if I get into an altercation with another man. See, this is what, women get into altercation. I can stand up in front of me. Because she got the environment. She got the institution that'll make him rethink the biology of this situation. If I hit her, there's going to be other consequences to this. When men confront other men, that is different. And women have a tendency to sick one man on another like any old common pit bull, talking and gas his head up. She'll gas her daddy. She'll gas her brother. She'll gas, whatever man she feels will readily protect her, that love her, what I'm saying, or whatever, care for her. She'll utilize that instinct of his and say, oh, he hurt me, this and that. I had an argument, blah, 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 blah. Listen, whatever it is, let her deal with it. If you know your sister is a 304 and she Tatiana all around this place, let it be what it is. Okay? Because it's likely that she still gets on the phone with the baby. They might even still be smashing. That happen all the time. They get mad. They ain't really together, but then they got to come together for the baby, you know what I'm saying? And then she still like him. And then he's still, he like the sex. So, they do that for a little bit. And then they get back to arguing and fighting like cats and dogs. That's that dysfunction. That's the dysfunction that even got them in a situation where she is a baby mama jump off and all. That's that whole dysfunctional situation in the first place. So why would anybody get involved with that, trying to go over there and have any kind of words with the baby? Any words. If I was her brother, I'd have told her, girl, okay. He said that you ain't gonna do nothing now, because you ain't gonna do nothing to be back over there next week. Talking about you love him, girl. No, I'm not putting myself in jeopardy to go and deal with something that's not even gonna be resolved once I get that fight didn't resolve nothing. Whatever the case is between him and Danileigh, it's still that. That was no problem solving in that at all. None. He didn't solve no problems. Going over there getting jumped on. Going over there getting beat up in a bowling alley. No problem was solved. She gonna be back somewhere next week on her knees in front of the baby. Okay, talking about she's sorry. I ain't gonna do that no more. You know how it is. Danileigh, you a baby mama jump off, beloved. You will never graduate from that to a woman of significance in that man's life. It's not gonna happen. You will always be exactly what you were then, now, and in the future. Stop playing reckless with these men's lives. Anything could have transpired. Lucky it was just hands. Lucky it was hands. That's the very least of a fight between men. That it's his hands. It's hands and we gone. Nobody pulls a gun. Nobody pulls a knife. Nobody got a bat. None of that. It's just hands. Just hands. We just gonna deal with these hands. May the best man win. The best one with the best hands. That's old school right there. Because you know these young bucks like guns. So that's old school right there. We gonna show up with these hands, and then that's gonna be it. That's done. Quit sending these men to these problems. That's that one. Is she still exercising threat and trouble through a proxy? Through her brother. Could have got her brother killed running up like that. You don't do that. Anyway, let me know what you think about this. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I am your host of Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.